Hi, it's Lauren Perreault from RE/MAX with your weekly home update for the Portland metropolitan area. This has data through the week ending June 2nd. Are you nervous about the Portland real estate market? Well, there's possibly a good reason to be, and you're in the right place to find out what's going on. It's time to look at the most recent statistics and trends in the residential real estate market here in Portland and surrounding. If this is your first time receiving one of these reports, the statistics and trends I will discuss are based on a sample of real residential real estate sales in Southwest Washington, Clark County, Portland, and the surrounding communities, such as Beaverton, Hillsborough, Gresham, Happy Valley, etc. So let's get started. This week, the Portland metro area's average sales price increased significantly. The average sales price in Portland metro had a pretty strong showing this week. It was up about 4% from the previous week and 4.4% higher than last year at this time, which is consistent with our recent year-over-year results. Next up is demand. Buyers and sellers signed fewer purchase agreements this week, down about 16% from the previous week. We did have a surprisingly high number last week, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that significant drop, at least not yet. I'm still predicting about a 4 to 5% overall year-over-year increase at the end of the year. We ended up with 618 new purchase agreements, which is within the range we have seen this spring, but it's on the lower end of that range. Our current demand from buyers is still higher than last year for the 5th week in a row. So, on to supply. We've done the demand. We've been seeing the supply of homes for buyers to purchase continue to grow. That's normal for this time. We should probably see this number grow until the end of the summer. If you've been following these reports, then you know that there's a lot more homes for buyers to choose from this year compared to last year. But that gap has been shrinking. 3 weeks ago, the difference was around 44%. That is, buyers had 44% more homes to choose from this year than compared to last year. That was down to 37% 2 weeks ago and 32% last week. So we're catching up. The season got off to a slow start, but demand appears to be biting into our supply of homes, at least for the time being. We did see a significant increase in the number of homes listed for sale last week, but this comes after a holiday week with low activity. So I'm not surprised to see a little bit of catching up. It's worth noting that the number of homes that did hit the market this week was nearly identical to the number we saw last year at this time. Let's move on to mortgage rates. This week's mortgage rates were surprising. Following some payroll, jobs, and manufacturing reports, we saw a consistent drop in the 10-year Treasury yield, which is one of our best indicators of where mortgage rates are heading. And of course, mortgage rates followed. The 30-year fixed mortgage began the week with a best-case scenario of around 6.625%. This is last week, by the way, but it ended the week down about a quarter of a percentage point to 6.375%. Keep in mind that these are the best advertised rates we could find, and most lenders are still likely to be in the high sixes. Looking ahead, the Fed board just met and decided against a rate cut, but interest rates to consumers are not expected to change, either up or down. Currently, most people think there might be a small decrease in rates in August. The Fed has signaled maybe one more cut this year. We also just received the May jobs report, and it could move rates one direction or another. It was very strong, though. More jobs than they were even expecting. If I have any updates, I'll make sure to post them on our blog. Well, that's our wrap for this week. Thanks as always for joining me. Subscribe to our newsletter and YouTube channel, or give me a call at 503-683-1885, or send an email to Lauren at pdxhomesforsale.com to make sure that you don't miss any updates. And please feel free to share the video with anyone who may be concerned about the real estate market. Have a great week, and I'll see you again next week.